Hello, all YouTubers. What's going on? I'm Darren. I'm here, saluting you. I've got a new hat. Dad got me this for the July 1st Canada Day. If you can read it, it says Canada. It has these little paddles on it. Really nice hat. Also today, I got my new glasses. You can tell. I'll zoom in a little. Okay, they're a little different than my other ones. And they're good. They feel good on me, and they look good on me. I like they'll do good for me. They're kind of like an Oakley. They're like normal glasses. They have a really well. I guess they do bend a little. I guess they do kind of bend. I guess when I notice them, they don't really. They're kind of like Oakley. They're really nice actually. Really nice. They're not as most glasses like really bend like at the end. They really bend downwards, but these ones just go straight across your head, just like the Oakley ones, or like the Anyways, so I just wanted to update you with that. I tried to do a video on Instagram. However, the sound was really down. You're gonna have to listen to it on your iPad or on your whatever, very close to it. I don't know what happened there. I don't really know what's going on with that. But anyways, I thought I'd just do a video. I haven't done a video in a long time, at least from this view. I've done videos on that on this machine, this little tablet, from rock, but never in this, not in a long time on this in this room, from this view. So I thought maybe I'd do a little video for you on this computer and say hi and say what's going on. Not much new. I just want today to people like I told my mom and dad or my mom and dad knew that I was going down to this poker or the bingo thing, but it wasn't that I was just going to bingo. Like there are people who go just to bingo to play bingo, and I mean it gets annoying, it gets addicting. People enjoy that. But the thing was, it wasn't just bingo. A couple of months ago, a couple weeks ago, I almost ran myself in front of a car. I was kind of suicidal. I was kind of down and out, and I just didn't know what to do, and I just kind of almost got rid of myself. And so when the police came to pick me out, I was walking. I just had started walking away, and they called mom and dad called the police, and so they caught me walking down the road there, and they said instead of sending you down to, instead of sending you down to the hospital and admitting you and being there in triage, which is sort of hard for people, waiting a long time. But anyways, we sort of go back to your house because your house is kind of nice. It's kind of like a farm. It's a really nice place. So they went back and we talked to the police officer and we had a check, and then they said, well, we've got these critical crisis people who were coming just to talk about what happened and when this whole thing came apart. So we worked. So we talked to them, and then they said, well, coming up in July is this day we can schedule in to come down and play bingo. Just it's a kind of like a mixer. It's just they have it at the OSHN, which is, I call it Ocean, but it's Ontario Self Help Network. It's a network of people who are there to help self help people, or you self help yourself. I guess just help yourself by getting out to these activities, just like anyone at 85 or 99. I mean, most those houses, those nursing houses, have, or villas, right? They have like Thursday night bingo night or whatever, and they set up and they do the bingo and they do really well. But this was just a bingo. This was just to play bingo and to socialize and to. So I got up this morning, had a shower as you normally do. I know it's kind of, hey, do you really need to tell people you have a shower? Got up and had did all my stuff, and I was actually up early this morning when I got up and I was up and had a shower and did all things and got dressed, and this guy, I didn't know if it was like I actually thought it was a bus. Like they said it was scheduled as driver. I didn't know if they meant drivers, mean like a bus. I didn't know. So this guy pulls up in the laneway, really nice little Toyota car, and he drives me down to Woodstock, which is at this. If you go, if you're needing help, or whatever, you need to go into that place. It's in Woodstock. You come in from like Highway 2. You come in and you turn. You see, you go to the big churches on the right there. Turn right, and then on that kind of corner, at that next corner, on the right hand side is where they are situated. It's a grayish, whitish building, and you go in there. They drove me in there, and what started the day was pizza. It's like, what? The start of the day is pizza? What? But yeah, got there about 11:30, and what happened was it was supposed to be 11:30, but then the guy the woman at the desk called and said, oh, we schedule you for 11:30, but actually it's going to be 11:15. Would you be available for 11:15? So just about 10 after 11 or so, he pulled in and picked me up, and I got in and went all the way down to Ingersoll or Woodstock, and we had lunch first. We had like a lunch, and they had I thought it was actually members, like I thought it was a staff meeting. I was thinking it was staff not members meeting, but they have a general members meeting for 10 minutes about different little, like, oh, we're going on this trip, or we're going somewhere, we're doing this, or we're having this, or we're doing that, or whatever they were doing. And then they said we have these pizzas. Come and get it. One. I didn't realize it at the time, but one slice was free. Second was 25 cents, because they're trying to get back to the money to pay for it. You know, they pay for it, but they have to get the money back, right? So it helps. And so when I went to do the thing, I was like, oh shit, I don't have any change at my head. Like, originally I had some. Mom and Dad offered the change, but then I heard early in the morning. They said, well, you know, they have pizza, and I didn't realize. They didn't say, oh, the first one's free. They didn't say that. If I'd known that, I would have gone, okay, well, I have $2 or $3 and whatever. Here's, you know, $1 and a buck, whatever, or 25 cents, whatever. But I didn't know until I got there, so I actually asked somebody. No, actually, I was gonna go and just pay him $20, and then someone said, hey, are you looking for change? And I said, yeah, it'd be nice. So I thanked that person for giving me the 25 cents. So that helped me get a second slice, and that was good. And I actually got, as we were sitting and chatting, and because I was kind of nervous, and I sort of sat on myself for a little while. I just kind of was nervous, and I eventually got into it, talking to a lot of people, but at first I was kind of nervous, and I was kind of like, okay, being sort of this self-indulgent kind of, okay, I'm just gonna sit here by myself. So eventually I got talking to, but I ended up talking to the guy who calls the balls, or calls the, like, that sounds rude, that sounds wrong, calls the bingo balls, like, under the G. I can do that someday, you know, under the G. It doesn't take a lot, like, it doesn't take a lot. Under the G, 45. Under the I don't mind it being BINGO, but sometimes I just do it by number. I don't worry about the BINGO. I just go number if it's on there. And I started the second round with, yeah, I only did one card because I don't like doing two cards. Two cards is just too hard. It's too much confusing. So anyways, we played some. I got talking to the guy who calls the balls and that kind of stuff, and he was doing well, and he called the balls, and halfway through I just was like, I'm not winning, I'm not, I just was like, I was three away, and I was just like, okay, so I just got up and just went over to the computer and played on there for a little bit, sent an email to Dad, and chilled out and that kind of thing, and then afterwards, some people stay, some people go, most people go. The rest stay and play euchre, which I know the name. I know some people who played it, but I don't know how to play it. We got used to playing it. What's this? Sir Wanderlust via Twitter. Aussie world traveler, photographer, founder of Sir Wanderlust. Will work for travel. Paddy, an SSI driver, living in Thailand. SirWanderlust.com. Cool. Someone just followed me. Just moments ago. I'm Darren Fox. Anyways. Junk. Oh god, okay, I'll have to check these later. I'm getting into like checking the. So then we had pizza and then bingo. Then we started playing euchre and I was terrible at it because I was like, I'm like at one point in time I was like I had 3 tens. I was just about to go like yes, and then I was like, put them back. I didn't do that, but I was thinking it for a sec. I was like, oh, woo, and I was like, oh wait, that's another game. That's another game. That's poker, or that's gin rummy, or something like that. I want to eventually teach them how to play spoons, or maybe I know that's the kind of thing that they do. It's not something that someone can just say, "Hey, will you play this?" I'm probably not. My idea is not more than through, but I'd love to play. We used over at Cobble Hills. We used to play. We used to play spoons every night. Like we just no one had any reasons to go home. So we were like, okay, let's play around with spoons. We reversed a lot of people. Hey, come on and play some spoons. Try some spoons. So we tried to get some people to do it. We had a group of people who actually did it. It was a lot of good friends and we used to love playing that game. That was just our nightly like, oh, we had this bad day. That was just our little thing to do. And I really enjoyed it. And I totally forgot the rules and I have to Google it again because I haven't played it in a long time. I know it's something each time you lose a hand or lose a thing, you take a spoon or you keep a spoon. And and the last person who have the spoon is the loser, I think. I've forgotten. I totally forget. Anyways, I'm coming up on the. Unless I could eventually go and pay for it to be the videos to be longer, but since I'm only on there, oh yeah, I got my new glasses. Couple of days ago, had a mishap. Went in and got my eyes tested. And the guy was like, okay, well, you need to get a new pair of glasses. And we looked at a really nice, really sporty pair of glasses, and I really liked it. And then we tried to do that with the prescription, and they said they couldn't fit it. So we had to go again up to get it. And we thought, Mom had said that we had to go and pick them up, but actually they were just needing to refit or had to get a new pair of lenses. So. Or frames, right? So I had to choose it. So then that they went away and did this and get that. So just today, I just got these. Like just hours ago, I just got these, and these are really. I don't know if you can really see, but they're really, really, really nice. They got really good edges. They're really enjoyable. I really like them. They're really natural and fun. Well, glasses are not really supposed to mean those words. Glasses and fun. But, and I got my hat. I just love this hat. I've worn it ever since July 1st. It's just my dad got it for me. It's for, because we work the volunteer desk. Not volunteer desk. Volunteer desk. We worked at the Embro, I keep saying the fair, but the Embro, Canada Day event where we allowed these old time cars to come in, and Dad laughed at me because this car comes in. It's like this Jaguar. It's not like a 1960s or a classic. It's like a 2005 or 2006. I'm like, I wasn't one to notify people who were coming in. There was just this guy came in and like I looked at him like, okay, did I just let in like a guy from like a newer car? And there were some other ones that were like, there's a Mazda Miata. I'm like, that's not a classic British. Mazda's like Japanese, I think. Anyways, I should let you go. We chatted with Tracy today. I just love Siri on my tablet. I was trying to say, what's the weather for Barrie, because that's where my sister is right now. I said, what's the weather for Barrie, Siri? And he went, what? Here's the weather for Barrie, Wales. Sorry, I'm laughing. Okay, I gotta go. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left. Alright, bye-bye.